Namaste. So today we are going to work on you as a teacher viewing a student ready or not ready to do Hanumanasana. Most people don't know this, but Hanumanasana is an asymmetrical back bend for the back leg. In fact, there are not many other poses except perhaps for Natarajasana, which requires a 90-degree turn between the pelvis and the thigh bone in a back bend. And both are asymmetrical, that means only one side does the back bend. So let me explain to you. Please set up. So watch Stephanie. She has a setup with a blanket in front, obviously, and a sticky mat in the back. And now, slide the leg forward. Now, look at the back leg. Look at the back. So in this case, it's Stephanie's left thigh bone. Stephanie's left thigh bone. Point your toes back. Yeah. Stephanie's left thigh bone is like this. Now comes the pelvis. The pelvis is somewhat like this. That means the PSIS, the posterior superior iliac spine, and the ASIS, the rim of the pelvis, is like this. For the full Hanumanasana, it is going to have to be like this. So that means that the entire pelvis has to rotate while the back leg is parallel with the floor. The pelvis has to be facing the ceiling. So there is actually a 90-degree back bend in the back leg. This is what makes this pose difficult. Of course, there is the hamstring issue for the front leg, and that is why this pose is so powerful, because you're doing hip flexors for the back leg and hamstrings for the front leg. So you're working both simultaneously. So please come out and change sides. So as a teacher, you have to be mindful that you are watching the student's pelvis. Why? And toes back. Because if the pelvis rotates forward and the student is pushing up, which they will obviously do, the pressure is going to go into the lower back. Where else can it go? There's no other place for it to go. So because the pelvis is not rotating in the back bend, the tip of the pelvis forward and the movement of the spine upward creates a fulcrum between L4 and L5. And that is what causes so many injuries in this pose in the lower back. So it is better to do exactly what Stephanie is doing, which is don't go down that far. Focus on lifting the bottom of your belly and lift the whole lower spine upwards to move the opening from the lower back into the back hip flexors. So as a teacher, watch for that. Do not allow the pelvis to tilt forward. If it tilts forward, take higher pads, just as she's doing now. Yeah. Go up higher. Do not come down more. You may even pad up the sitting bone. Yeah. So going too far down will actually damage the person's lower back if they are not ready for it. So you as the teacher, your eyes should be on the pelvis. Is the pelvis tipping forward? If it is, stop, let the person go higher. That's all for today. Namaste.